Hey girls, I thought I'd stop by today, take a quick break from writing emails and give you a quick bit of advice. I'm going to go into dating, the actual date phase, for just a couple of minutes today and talk about some general rules for when you're on a date and when you're getting ready for a date so that you can be at your most attractive when you're out with the guy. So firstly, rule number one, don't spend too long getting ready. Now, I know this sounds kind of counterintuitive, and I know women like to take some time to get ready and prepare themselves. That's cool. But what I found is spending too long getting ready actually makes you more nervous because you focus more and more time on yourself and you end up noticing more and more imperfections. You know, the longer you look in the mirror, the more you notice, the more you get worried. Try not to do too much in that area. You know, get ready, make yourself look nice, but then go. I was speaking to a couple of girlfriends of mine who say that the best nights they have are the nights where they just go straight out from work and they don't go home and spend hours getting ready, and they go out and have a great time. Why? Because they're casual, they're relaxed, and they're not too worried about themselves because they think, well, I know I don't look at my absolute best, so let's not worry about it. And they interact with people and they have a really good night. So that's rule number one. Rule number two is when you get to the guy, okay, when you meet up with that guy you're going on a date with, get touchy from the start. Now that doesn't mean in some overtly sexual way or anything like that. Just introduce touch from the start. So when you see him, hug him, give him a kiss on the cheek, okay? The guy came out to see you and spend time with you, so reward him for that. And also what it does is it makes the guy feel relaxed right from the start. Okay, we all know that time on a date where, you know, maybe you're supposed to get a little physical, maybe at the end of the date you feel like, do I go for a kiss, do I not, do I cuddle the guy, do I not? Well, that's made much more awkward if the whole way through the date you haven't touched at all. Okay, so from the start of the date, get a few little touches in. If it's a hug or if it's just a high five, get playful, do whatever you need to do, but just introduce that from the start. It'll make a big difference, okay? The other thing is, I'm going to go to rule number three, okay? Let him be the man. From the moment you get on that date, let him be the guy. Now, what do I mean by this? A lot of women I know, they go on a date and because they're independent by nature, they are used to doing things for themselves. So they're used to pulling their own chair out. They're used to opening the car door for themselves. Well, the truth is, us guys, we like to be romantic, we like to be guys, we like to feel like you need us, okay, whether that's the case or not. So let him be the guy. If he wants to open the car door for you, let him open the car door for you. If he wants to make himself uncomfortable by reaching over and getting your seatbelt, let him do that, okay? On the date, if he wants to pull your chair out, let him do that. If he wants to grab your bag, if he wants to be cold and give you his jacket, let him do that. Okay, the amount of times, I know just the other day, I was on the Underground in London, here in London, and I was about to get on the train and I saw this woman next to me and the doors opened. I thought I'll be polite, I'll let her on first. So I signalled to her to say, you know, you can go on first, and she said, oh no, I'm fine, thank you. And it was a crazy situation because it was just the most harmless thing in the world, but it was like she was so fiercely used to being independent that she couldn't even let her on the train. It was absurd. So that's an extreme example, but make sure on a date you're being that woman that he really wants, that woman that needs him. Okay, don't be too independent. Next, awkward silences. Okay, you always have a choice when it comes to awkward silences. Don't spend any time worrying about, okay, well there's a silence here, now this feels awkward, now I've got to find something to say. If there's a silence, just relax, breathe deep, just look around, eat your food, do whatever you're doing, just chill, okay? It takes two people to have an awkward silence. So don't worry about it. And then as soon as you're ready, start talking again, or probably he'll interject and, you know, let him get on with it, okay? But just don't feel awkward about it. Next, don't moan. Okay, don't moan. When you get on a date, half of people I know, men and women, the first thing they do when someone says, how you doing? They say, oh, well, this happened today and that happened today, and I've got to be at this place tomorrow, and you know, I'm tired, I haven't got enough sleep. It's amazing what people do. That date is that that impression that they're going to get of you from then on, right? That's their window, that's their impression. You have to make it a good one. You have to be someone who really enjoys their life. So don't moan about your day, don't moan about what you've got to do tomorrow, and definitely don't moan about your life in general. Okay, you're trying to sell yourself to this person, and that person is trying to sell themselves to you. You wouldn't buy into a product that didn't believe in itself. Okay, so make sure you don't moan, you're positive about where you are, even if, you know, we've all got problems, okay, but be positive about them. Next thing, laugh. Okay, laugh through the date. The easiest way to break tension in a date is to laugh and actually have a good time. If he tells a joke, laugh. Okay, guys, you know, it's funny, I often hear that women like guys who can make them laugh. Well, when it comes to guys, it's not quite the same. Guys like women who make them feel funny. It's not the same as, it's not guys like girls who make them laugh, it's guys like girls who make them feel funny. Okay, so make him feel funny, laugh at his jokes. I guarantee he'll have so much more attraction for you if you do that. Okay, next, show every part of your personality. Okay, let every part shine through. Guys are attracted to women who are multifaceted. They're sexy, but they're playful, but they're generous, but they're kind. They're the girl that they'd take home to meet their mum and dad. They're also the girl that they'd take home to introduce to their guy friends. You have to be all of these things at once. So don't focus on just being sexy. Don't focus on just being playful and funny. Don't focus on just being the nice girl. You have to find ways to exhibit all of those on the course of the day. Okay, don't talk about your ex. Okay, this is really important. If for any reason he asks about your previous relationships, just move on quite quickly. You don't have to talk about them in any big way, okay? I often find people guys do it as well, they start talking about their ex, and the truth is, none of us want to know that. Even if we ask, we don't really want to know. So if he asks, just give him a very quick answer and move on to better things, okay? You're in the present now, you're looking forward, not backwards. Next, eye contact. Make sure throughout the date you have intense eye contact, okay? That doesn't mean you have to stare into his eyes 100% of the time. Just make sure that you have a really good amount of eye contact. It's really important. That attraction really comes from that level of eye contact. So when he's speaking, staring deep into his eyes, okay? When you're speaking, you don't have to necessarily look at him 100% of the time. Sometimes it's difficult to concentrate while we're speaking and we're also looking into someone's eyes. But when he's speaking, make sure that you're really holding your eye contact. Coming up to the end of them now, lastly, once last, make the date kind of short and sweet. Okay, too many people drag dates out for hours and hours. They go on these 3-4 hour dates and they wonder by the end of it why they've kind of run out of steam or run out of things to say. Keep your dates nice, short and sweet. You know what, even a 15-minute date can work. Like a 15-minute coffee date, something like that, really works. You know, you can go out for dinner or something like that, or do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But just keep it kind of sweet. Don't be afraid to cut it short. You can still communicate to him that you had an amazing time and you want to meet up again. But leave him wanting more, okay? Don't saturate him on the first meeting. And lastly, relax. Relax. You can relax because you know that your best dates are ahead of you. Okay, your best dates are ahead of you. If you haven't already had them, they're still coming. And relax in the knowledge that if you just keep getting out there, you keep doing things, you keep trying to make things happen, stuff's going to happen for you. Alright, I'm going to be back very soon. I hope you enjoyed those rules for a date. Feel free to email me at Get the Guy. Come through our website, join up to our mailing list, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, girls. Bye.